Alrighty, guys, 1:45 meeting up real quick. Do not mind our helpful cleaners to my right, but first things first, today, you feel it. The energy's picking up. It was a really fucking good start. A lot of people were getting involved. The only times we had down points are when our dialer was a little slow, and I do not worry about the things we cannot control. The only thing we can worry about is when we get calls, how we're handling them, and me listening in and hearing how this is going. We're doing a very good job of that so far. I do want to give recognition as well, and you guys can hear me in the back. We have new people in the back. We have 7 new people. They've been on the dialer for 1 full day so far, and they have 12 deals between them in the back right now. That's really, really good, guys. That's an awesome start. And the point is, and just for everybody that is a little newer too, I know things change. Even when people trained last week and 2 weeks ago compared to now, things change. But all they're doing with people that are being successful is just buying into the system and listening. Like these people, like respectfully, you're all just learning what a warranty is back there. So they don't have the expertise of anybody here, but we simplified the process. We made it, look, this is your job. This is what we expect of you to do, and let us figure out the rest. So like in this situation, what I want to like start, because we're going to start defining more clear roles for people, like depending on either your experience level, your skill level, whatever that would be. So in the beginning, when we consider you an opener, that's what we've always called it, an opener. Your job as an opener is to read the opener script. If you are either new enough, don't feel comfortable enough asking for money, or just want to keep getting people involved and kick out TOs, which I have no problem with, in your early phase, the best thing to do is get comfortable reading that script, getting through those parts, getting vehicles, standing them up at the end, telling them it's on a closeout, getting the transition, and getting that going. The next step in the process, after you're an opener, maybe after you're here, been here a little bit, get a little more comfortable hearing people, we always consider you what we call the hybrid, which is someone who does a little bit of opening and a little bit of closing. When you're in that phase, just so everyone understands your expectation, we expect you to now pitch it. We now say you are comfortable enough to ask them for money. So we want you to ask for money the first time. If they give you an objection, I want you to try to handle that. Like, I need to talk to my wife. I completely understand you need to talk to your wife. It's past due. I don't want to see it close out. Look, I'm telling you, I got to talk to my wife before I do anything. All right, hold on, because there's going to put a red flag on your if we hang up. I don't want to see that happen. Hold on 1 second. So like if I was in the world of hybrid, someone who's either been here a little bit, maybe was an opener in the past and trying to do some closing, or started more recently and is trying to get into that, I would do it that way, where I'm asking for the money once, I'm handling that first objection the one time, and if they hit me with another one, just ship it. Just get it right over at that point, because there needs to be a standard of what we're expecting. Because like, again, because if you're now in this mode, if I see you're an opener, you've been here 3 weeks, and I see you're 8 minutes on a call, 12 minutes on a call, I'm immediately going to listen in, because something is going wrong, to be clear. So understand where you are at and what your expectation is. And the third step of this is being a closer. So if you're getting TOs, the first thing, obviously we all know this, your job, you never give up on phones. That is the one thing our closers are trained to do better than anybody else. I hear some of the other closers, we have some work from home people, the reason Chris is in California is because he's trying to teach them how to sell like us. Because the way we sell and the way we teach it does better than the other people. We have better percentages, we have more sales with less people. So it's not a coincidence that what we're doing here works better, and it's not a coincidence that they're taking our guy across the country to try to teach them how we do it. So the point is, trust the process and how it's put into place. And I promise, this process is set up to make you as much money as possible at whatever step in the process you are, to be clear. If you are in your second week and you are trying to open and close deals, and you have 2 deals for the week, you are going to be discouraged. You're going to fucking hate this job. You're going to hate the whole system. You're going to be annoyed at the people around you getting deals, and you're going to not be able to figure out what the fuck's going on. Or if you fucking buy into it, like David, for example. David was struggling a little bit early on, but every fucking day he came up to me, asked me questions like, yo, what do I do when they fucking say this? What do I do when they fucking say that? He was he was taking in the information and implementing it. And then the second half of yesterday, or whatever, 2 days ago, he got 4 opens in like a 2-hour span, literally. And it's because he just continued, like, you know, you can't learn everything at once. Everyone learns things at different speeds, and this is a lot of fucking shit that comes at you. I completely understand that. I'm doing my best to dip and dodge everything coming at me to say to you as well. So I get that whole thing. That's why my whole process, you're going to hear me keep preaching it as I keep doing this, is let's get you excellent at one thing. Then once you're really good at that, let's open you up a little bit and see you're good at that until you're excellent at that. And then if you get really good at that, that's when you take the next steps. And that's when TOs are coming to you. And that's when you got to have that dog mindset where it's like, I am on the phone. This call was sent to me. I am the last line of, no, there's no other option. They either buy it from me or they hang up. That's all there is to it. If you're in that position, I just want to be clear. If you're getting any TOs in our building, because we are now sending, just so you know, we're sending our recordings of our closers to like the Joe's Pros closers that work from home because we want them to be able to sell with the tenacity. So just understand that there's a chance he calls. So just like we expect nothing but a full effort if a call is sent to you. And when you get to that point, understand that that is your expectation. If you're ever at a point where we're tight on a Saturday and we want a single agent direct a TO to you, understand that the mindset is a little different when you're an opener and a closer. That's why we used to say when you're opening and closing your deals, the way I should think about it is like, I am like an opener until I ask for the money the first time, and now my Mr. Nice Guy is done. I'm not going to be a fucking dickhead to them, but like, it's not just like, oh, fine and dandy. It's like, look, I understand you want to do it your way, but this is the situation at hand. You forgot to do it. It's past due, and you either set this up now or you're going to be paying thousands of dollars in repairs over the next few years. Which is easier for you? Eventually, I always say, somebody at one point has to, I call it, rip the Band-Aid off. There's always a tough point where you got to ask somebody for money when they don't want to give it to you, and you just got to say it with your chest and confidently like they need to do it. So one other thing, when I keep hearing a number one, like I like to pick like an objection that we hear very often because depending on where you're at, you may have heard us talk about this objection 1,000 times, and this may be the first time you're hearing us talk about it. But one of the bigger objections, if you've taken any calls you'll hear from people is, I don't have money / I can't afford it / I don't have the funds, however they want to word that situation. And again, I talked about it yesterday to reiterate. If somebody tells you they don't have money and your answer to them is, but this is going to close out, you are not doing your job correctly. I just want to be 100% clear. It's closing out somebody that doesn't have money. They're probably fucking thrilled about it. They're like, fuck yeah, now I don't have to be the broke guy on the phone, they telemarket. They'll just close me the fuck out and I'll be good. It sounds like you're doing them a favor. If someone tells me at any point in the call, look, man, since I can't afford it, it's like, look, I understand that you can't afford it. I'm on a tight budget here too. You know what I mean? I'm here working. I'm doing everything that I can. It's just in my world, it's a lot easier to budget or save $25, $30 a week than it would be to let that vehicle break down and wait for the $3,000 or $4,000 repair. And with your year, make, and model, they know this vehicle is going to have repairs before the loan is up. So it's your decision whether you either wait for the unexpected few thousand to come or you think it's a little easier to budget 20, 30 bucks a week from your weekly spending. What do you think is easier for you? If they have any interest and they're listening, there's no person in their right mind that'd be like, fuck yeah, dude, I want unexpected thousands to come out whenever the fuck it happens, and I don't know when, and I just want to fucking roll the dice every fucking day. If you have them anywhere on the hook, saying something like that will get them. And then again, the thing we have to keep mentioning, and I wish we didn't have to keep mentioning, and Chris mentions all the time, and it's like we mention it, and it happens for like a day or two, and then it goes away, is the painting a picture of them breaking down. Like, if you're not doing that, it's like my number one thing that I fucking do on any fucking objection is put them in a spot that feels really fucking uncomfortable in their head. Make them feel that, look, I understand you're not interested. I understand you don't have the money today, but it's just you're either going to set it up now, or the last thing I want to see is you're driving to work, or if I know they have a kid, you're going to pick up your kid. That's when your car won't start. Now you got to call a tow truck. You know, you're about 2,000 in the hole before you even know what's going on yet, and you still got to worry about picking up your kid. It's just something that you don't want to have to worry about when you're going through what you're going through. There's certain people, when you say things like that, something will strike. I don't know, maybe they're fucking, I say all the time, maybe they're fucking best friend. Something like that happened with their kid, and their kid had to fucking stay at school, and their best friend looked like the fucking idiot that all the moms in town were talking shit about, and this lady never wants to be that. Or maybe it's you just don't know anyone's situation, and if you're never painting a picture on what it looks like without this, and then again, on everything, there's two sides of the coin. So you paint the picture of how bad it looks without this, and then you explain how easy it is. Or if you have this, your car doesn't start one day, you make one call, we'll have a tow truck either jump your car, if it needs to be towed, we'll tow it, we'll get you in a rental car so you can take care of whatever you need to get to, and we'll let you know when the job is done. So you have to explain to them what it looks like with it and what it looks like without it. Now, if you get this and you're early on in the call, that was more like if you're pushing towards money, pushing towards things. If you get this early in the call, again, I find it best, and I say all the time, if you just deflect things a lot of times, you just give one little spiel and just start talking again, they almost fucking forget about it. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I almost thought it was like fake at first. So I was like, I can't afford it. It's like, no, everyone says they can't afford it right now. It's just like you're needed because you have the upgrade electronics, the computers, the chips and sensors, and they know those are a few $1,000 bucks. Now, let me ask you, when you break down, do you take it to the dealer or repair shop? And they go, the dealer. Like, how the fuck did you get to telling me the dealer? You told me a second ago you couldn't afford it. It's like, they just like, I don't even understand how they're answering the question. I'm almost like saying there, like, keep my fingers crossed, and they're just like, the dealer. I was like, holy shit, that worked. That's fucking crazy. That shouldn't have. I feel like it should have taken more of an effort. But sometimes we overthink it. We think they need this fucking, like, 5-minute fucking monologue on exactly how this is going to do it. Sometimes it's like, oh, no, I know you don't think you can afford it, but it's just because you're low and they need you to have it. Because you do have the 2022, right? Now, yeah, that has the power and luxury option. So now let me ask you, like, you know, and then you just fucking just keep rolling with it. Make it seem like it's just like fucking nothing. And then again, if you're opening, and then the whole thing is, if they bring it up a second time, the same thing, thought is, time one, they give you any objection. We deflect it. We pretty much make it seem like we say their words out loud. We make it seem like we barely even heard it, and we get right back to the script. If they then cut you off again and bring it up again, that's where you paint a picture. That's where you have to break it down. That's where you have to do something at that point to convince them why this is easier than it would be to not have it. So the first thing always, when being in the call, any objection, I'm going to keep talking about it, any objection, just deflect it. I'm telling you, I hear people like getting frustrated and upset when they hear certain things. Just fucking move through it like you didn't fucking hear it. Just keep fucking going. Again, your job, especially if you're early in this process, you're TOing calls, I'm going to start your job is to get TOs out. Again, you can't control what happens when it gets to a closer. You cannot do it depending on what the situation is, how much money they have. You have zero control over that. So if I was in that spot, my goal would be like, I'm just going to kick out as many qualified TOs as possible. I said qualified as loud as possible because the last thing we ever want to see is just you're trying to fucking kick out 90-second TOs where they don't know what the fuck is going on. So, and that's why we're doing this system, to be clear, because we can't, it's unfair sometimes to judge people on things that are out of their control. Now, if I see that you kicked out 50 TOs out and none of them got closed and you're only on the phone for 2 minutes each time, it's like, yo, you need to slow the process the fuck down and give a more qualified TO so it has a better chance to be closed. Or on the same breath, if I see you had 0 deals yesterday and you put 1 call in that Jersey flip queue, like, it's just we need to know where people need to be worked with. And not everybody needs to be worked with on getting better at getting a card right now. And that can come, again, like, if I say all the time, if I would have first started here and they would have just given me a script and been like, open and close your own shit, man, good luck, I would have fucking I didn't know what a fucking warranty was when I started. I fucking just learning as I fucking go. Like a lot of people here are just learning as we go. So instead of trying to put everything on a plate, if you know what your exact job title is and what your expectation is for that exact job title, it makes it much easier for you to progress, get good at that job so that when the next thing is opening, as we can see, you know, there's new people in the back now. I don't know how many we have next week. We have some the next week. Like, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Your seat is valuable. There are people, like I say, that we have a list now of people that want jobs, that want to be in an office, that want to be on a phone, that don't want to be outside in the winter, that don't want to be doing shit that they don't have to be doing. So we want you to make sure that you are, as much as you can, trusting the process, doing what your job title states, and then just let the chips fall when they may. And I promise if you do it to the best of your ability and give it a full effort, you will see more deals, you will be more successful, and you'll be making more money every week. So 29 by lunch. We had a little bit of a short day. I had a big meeting. We had to take care of stuff. I'm here all day. We are here all day. Let's make it a 65 day. All right, guys? Heard. All right, second half. Let's go. Keep them coming back there, guys. More TOs, the better.
Good job. Great job. Very good.